Hey there, everybody. Brian King here. Haven't recorded a video in a while, but I just had a conversation and I thought that my experiences of it would be best conveyed in video as opposed to writing a text or an article. There's a lady that I met on Twitter. Her name is Mary, and she does a lot of photography and other art with people. And one of the insights that came from the conversation is the fact that people often misunderstand what it means to be an artist. And they think that art, by definition, needs to be pretty. And yeah, some art is. But the reality is, there are other emotions that can be elicited through art. You can see a mangled sculpture, and it's about emotional torture, or it's about struggle. And it isn't necessarily pretty, but it absolutely conveys something to you. It creates an experience. And what Mary does is she creates courses that help people to discover their inner artists and express experiences through that. I myself am colorblind. I am not really visually driven. I'm very auditorily driven. So I tend not to be drawn to too many visual things simply because I don't get the full experience. You know, my wife Kathy is extremely visual. She sees all different shades of colors. She loves photography. So a lot of that's lost on me, but I still create art. I do it in other ways. I'm able to use my voice to connect with people. I'm able to use language to help people think new thoughts or consider new things. So that's my art. Some people play music, and maybe they're shy. They're not really good at carrying on a conversation, but you give them an instrument and all of a sudden their heart opens up and the creativity flows. So the thing that I really want to impress upon you is that you are in fact an artist. You have some art, some gift, something that you can convey that creates an emotional experience in other people. Maybe the issue is that you have a block when it comes to allowing that art to show. Some fear that it won't be accepted, some fear that it will be criticized. And one thing to keep in mind here, and this is something I shared with Mary, is if you have haters, if you have critics, a lot of those people are coming from a place of hurt or place of fear. And they see you being vulnerable in a way that makes them nervous because they've decided that it's dangerous to be that way in their own lives. So they will try and punch a hole in your vulnerability because you're calling out their fear and they don't want to acknowledge it. So what you can gently say to the haters when they show up is, I see that you're afraid by something I'm doing, something I've said, and you're clearly not ready to have this conversation. So I want to encourage you to excuse yourself right now and maybe come back later when you're ready to have this conversation, but clearly you're not ready. And then you go on with the conversation and you ignore them if they show up again. Ideally, you can block them so that their fear and their noise doesn't pollute the conversation you're trying to have. And then you go back to showing your art, sharing it with the people that get what it is you're trying to do and the people that it resonates with. So that's what I want to encourage you to think about, is the reality that you are an artist, whether it's song, dance, language, painting. Put it out there. Show other people that art is a matter of sharing their gift with the world. It's not about it being pretty. It's about it being real. It's about it creating an experience for somebody else and inviting them to share in that experience with you. I hope this has been helpful. I welcome your comments and your feedback on this. And have a wonderful day. I'm looking forward to your art.